is a beautiful day. The mountains are out, the snow's on top, the colors are out. Breathe in this fresh air, look around, and get a little taste of the wilderness of Alaska.
For an experience like no other, a jet boat ride with River Adventures will literally take you to where the road ends and the Alaskan wild begins. And to keep your trip even more interesting, check this out. To get to River Adventures, which is roughly a half hour from Haines, you have to take the Alaska Scenic Byway 7, also known as the Haines Highway, one of the most impressive roads in the nation that runs along the Chilkat River and takes you through a fascinating bald eagle preserve, which in the summer is home to about 500 bald eagles.
River Adventures is located in the upper Chilkat Valley, 24 miles from the town of Haines, Alaska. We are contracted to all the major cruise lines, and we take people on a very scenic tour. It's an hour and 45 minutes on the river. And this is one of the spots that we stop and just let people enjoy the scenery and tranquility and peacefulness.
This is one of my favorite places in here. We can turn off the engines and just sit and have it be quiet for a while. And people seem to really enjoy that. It's amazing how relaxed they get after they come off of this tour, just looking around, really appreciate getting away from the bustle and hustle of normal world.
And after the river tour, they come back, have lunch at our dock. They cook their own hot dogs, which a lot of them, believe it or not, have never cooked hot dogs before over an open campfire, so that's kind of fun. Then they have chili and chicken noodle soup and chips and cookies and beverages served by our wonderful staff at the dock.
For those interested in Alaska's heritage, the Sheldon Museum in downtown Haines is a great place to familiarize yourself with the local history and the Tlingit traditions.
Mostly what we have here are artifacts dealing with either the history of Haines or the culture of Haines, including the culture of the local Tlingit population. So we've got a lot of baskets and weavings in particular, and some other items that were made by the Tlingits in the late 19th and early 20th century.
However, if you really want to learn more about the Tlingit, the indigenous people of the Pacific Northwest coast, a visit to the Klukwan Traditional Knowledge Camp is an absolute must. Located on the banks of the Chilkat River, in a setting to be envied even by its neighbors, the camp offers a way to explore the Tlingits' fascinating heritage and provides an in-depth understanding of their native culture.
We are trying to save our culture, and we are giving people the opportunity to see what we do here. From the fish cutting demonstrations to our carvings to the dancing.
The tour also gives sightseers a chance to step inside a replica of a traditional long house and learn about its many uses, as well as an opportunity to learn more about totemic art, the intriguing art of carving totem poles.
Totem poles were actually the notebooks. A pole would tell the history of your family, or in the case of this pole here, it represents some of the families in the village. Individual carvers will be working on individual projects like masks or smaller sculptures, that sort of thing. We try to have at least 2 to 3 people carving at one time. And it could be, if we have the funding, we could be doing a canoe or a pole, or if we're not doing something like that, then someone will be doing a hat or a mask.
The camp has a newly built lodge that can be jointly used as a banquet facility and for seasonal cultural presentations, provided in conjunction with various local entities to create a memorable experience.
Yeah. Ha, ha.